Indigo Child Luca. In a quiet town nestled between rolling hills and sprawling meadows, a child was born under the pale light of a crescent moon. His name was Luca, but from the moment he opened his eyes, the world seemed to recognize something extraordinary about him. He was born into a loving white family, the Williamses, who had long dreamed of having a child. But Luca was no ordinary child. He was an indigo, a being from a higher realm, meant to bring wisdom and light to the world. As a baby, Luca rarely cried. Instead, he gazed with intense focus, his deep blue eyes seeming to look beyond the physical world. His parents often joked that he had the wisdom of an old soul. His intelligence was astonishing. By the time he was 2, he could read simple books and solve puzzles that baffled adults. He didn't just speak. His words were like little flashes of insight. When his mother asked him what he wanted for dinner, he answered, "The energy of fresh vegetables, not the heaviness of meat." Luca's parents were bemused and amazed. They knew their son was special, but they didn't understand the full scope of his gift. As he grew older, it became clearer. Luca spoke of things far beyond his years. Questions about the universe, the nature of time, and the interconnectedness of all life. He felt deeply connected to everything around him, from the trees in their garden to the stars above. In school, Luca was an enigma. His teachers marveled at his intellect, but they were often bewildered by his unique way of seeing the world. He didn't just learn from textbooks. He absorbed knowledge from the energies of the universe, intuitively understanding how things worked. His classmates often felt a strange energy around him, a calmness mixed with an unexplainable sense of awe. One day, in a class on science, Luca stood up and shared his thoughts. "You see, time isn't linear like we've been taught. It's more like a spiral. Everything that has happened is happening now, and will continue to happen simultaneously." His teacher, Mr. Harper, smiled, thinking it was a creative attempt at a story. But something about Luca's voice, so certain, made even Mr. Harper pause and reflect. Luca never tried to fit in. He didn't need to. His higher consciousness allowed him to navigate the world in a way that felt completely natural to him, but strange to those around him. He would often meditate in nature, his small hands pressed to the earth, as if he could communicate with it. He had a profound understanding of energy, how it flowed through everything, and how humans often disrupted it with negative emotions and thoughts. Despite his unique gifts, Luca was gentle, never showing off or trying to prove anything. His energy was peaceful, and his presence brought calm to those around him. But it wasn't always easy. The world, with its noise and chaos, didn't understand Luca. He felt out of place in the fast-paced, material-driven world of the adults. But every now and then, his parents would find him sitting by the window, staring at the stars, and he would say something that made everything feel just a little more clear. "One day, I will help people remember who they truly are," he told his mother one evening. "They've forgotten their connection to everything, but they will remember, slowly, and when they do, the world will change." Years passed, and Luca's wisdom only deepened. He began to speak at gatherings, sharing his insights about the universe, energy, and the human spirit. People from all walks of life came to hear him, some skeptical, others in awe. Through it all, Luca remained grounded in his higher consciousness. He knew that he wasn't here to lead or control. He was here to guide, to remind humanity of its true nature, and to help them rediscover the connection between all things. As Luca grew into a young man, the world seemed ready to embrace the wisdom he had always carried. And though he was still just a boy in the eyes of many, Luca knew his mission had only just begun. For Luca, the Indigo Child, the earth was not a place to escape or change, but a canvas on which he could paint the colors of higher consciousness, awakening the souls of those who were ready to see the world as it truly was.